After working from home for a year, moving to a new city, and being away from all of my college friends, I started to get really lonely and sad. Not having any friends really impacted my mood, my self-esteem, and if we don't spend time with good people that we enjoy being around, then that really takes away a huge chunk of our lives and what makes life fun and special. Good friends are there to encourage us through tough times, to celebrate with us, and to challenge us to be better. The first thing you can do is join a class, a community, or a book club. Last winter, when I first moved to Chicago, it was freaking cold outside. I didn't get out much. I didn't know anyone here. So I decided to join a yoga class. Just knowing that I would get to hang out with people, it really motivated me and encouraged me because I actually had something to look forward to. If you're in a class or a club with a purpose, then it's really hard to run out of things to talk about, because if you're talking to new people and it starts to get a little bit awkward, if you're in a book club, go back to the book. You're all there with the same purpose, to learn something. So it could be an art class, jewelry making class, learning a second language. There are so many types of classes and clubs that can be found online. I personally really like to use the app Meetup, or you can go on meetup.com. For classes, you can always look at your community college or your community center. If you are going to do this, I would always recommend letting someone know where you are, just in case, especially if you're going somewhere new. I have made videos about this in the past, but I am a firm believer in using friendship apps. It can feel a little bit superficial at first because it's kind of like online dating. You're just deciding if you want to be friends with someone or like match with them based on their pictures and a short bio. It is really cool when you do actually get to meet up with someone. I have met up with some really awesome girls, gotten to know a lot of people on there, and once again, you get to meet up with people who have the same interests as you. You've already texted them a little bit, you know kind of how they are. If you do sign up for an app, I would definitely recommend being 100% honest about what you like, what you don't like, because you don't want to meet people who would like to do something you don't like to do. For example, if you say you love hiking, you love being out in nature, and you truly don't, and you only said that because you want to match up with more people, that might slow you down from meeting people that you would actually really connect with. At the end of the day, having one really good friend is much better than having 10 friends who don't have the same interests or hobbies as you. I have used Bumble BFF a lot of times, and a lot of my friends have too, and they've also met really cool people on there. So that is definitely my #1 choice. I also suggest meeting up kind of right away. It can be really awkward to text a stranger for too long, especially if you don't really know anything about them. There are people who will go on there just to text and like to have someone to talk to without the intentions of meeting up. But if you do want to meet up with somebody, I would definitely recommend just kind of setting it up after a few texts, a few conversations. There are also other apps you can look into. There's one called Hey Bina, and they call themselves the Tinder for girl friendships. There's also Peanut, which anyone can join, but it's an app for moms to talk about fertility, birth, motherhood, all of it. The struggles, people can really support each other. There's an app for everybody, okay? If you have tried an app and you didn't really like it, most likely there is another app out there that you can use to match you up with some good friends, or even to just chat with people virtually if you don't feel comfortable meeting up. We have the internet in our hands at all times, so might as well use it for good and to make some really nice, cool friends. This one will only really help if you have a little bit extra time, but if you work from home and you don't really get to get out or see people much, it might be a really good idea to get a part-time job at nights or on the weekends, or to choose to volunteer for a cause you really care about. Working at a small coffee shop, a yoga studio, place that you already like to go to, will help you meet people in your community that have the same interests as you, and it'll make you a little extra money, which is always nice to have. Or you can volunteer with the animals, the elderly, the homeless. There are so many causes that you can help and volunteer with that will make a change in your community and might even help lift your spirits by helping other people. Either of these options will really help you get to know people in your community, get you out of the house, get you ready for the day. You can get out, either make a little money or put a smile on someone else's face and your own face. To find volunteer opportunities, you can go to dosomething.org, volunteermatch.org, and you can also try justserve.org. But there are so many ways to get matched with a volunteer opportunity, and you can also check your church. This is one of my favorite ways to make friends, and that's to ask your friends, if you do know anyone, to set you up with their friends. Even if your friends don't live in town, they can connect you with some of their friends or people that they know. John and I have met some really amazing people through like dinner nights, game nights. You could also host a game night or a movie night and then just ask your one friend to bring their friends, and then you'll just get to meet a lot more people. And most likely, if you like your friends, they'll have incredible friends too. This can be a little difficult if you don't know absolutely anyone in your town, but all it takes is one connection, okay? You need one person to invite to your game night. Before you know it, you have a few friends that you can hang out with, and putting yourself out there can really lead to some amazing, incredible friendships. Okay, and last but not least, this is an incredible way to meet friends, and that's to join a gym or a fitness group. When you're on a team, when you're working towards the same goal, it can build so much connection and friendship. John and I met our best friends playing volleyball. We just went on Meetup and found this group. There's nothing better than getting fit, moving your body, and getting to meet other people in the way that we used to when we were little, when we would go out for recess or we would go to the park and make friends. You play tag, play soccer, join a running club, a swim team, play volleyball. There are so many different ways to get out there, to get active, to move your body, to feel good, to release the endorphins, okay? Other really quick fun ways that you can make friends is to get a dog. Okay, get a dog, or if you already have one, go to the dog park. People love talking about their pets and their animals, so get out there, talk to other dog owners. What's your dog's name? How old is he or she? What kind of dog are they? How long have you had them? There's so many questions that come from and with owning a dog that you'll never run out of things to talk about. So that is just the easiest way. You don't have to join anything, you don't have to pay anything, it is free. Also, if you're feeling a little bit crafty or you're feeling you like to bake, it is always a nice way to bring a treat to your neighbors to see who else is in your community. If you do live in an apartment building, you might only want to do it to people on your floor, but it's kind of nice to see who you live with, who you live around, and that way you can meet your neighbors, because what if your best friend lives in your building or lives in your neighborhood and you didn't know, and you wouldn't know unless you brought them a cookie, some brownies. But I would definitely say it's worth pushing yourself and just getting through the uncomfortable stage of making friends and trying to meet new people, because if you even make just one really good friend, it was all worth it. And you just have to keep reminding yourself that it's worth it, that it's something that you want, even when your brain, your body, everything's telling you to leave the situation and to engage in awkward small talk. Just push yourself, put yourself out there. If this is something you really want, you can do it. I believe in you. I hope that these tips inspired you or helped you come up with new ways to make friends. Let me know if you try any of them. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, be my friend. I'll see you next time. Bye.